Hey, so um uh continue. Okay, well, whatever. So this is consider for faster. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, sorry about that. Um hey, it's Ryan Katzke again. Um and we're in a bit of a different location today. Um I'm actually just sitting at my desk. Um it's not the coolest desk, but it's cool, you know. It's actually a glass dining table, so um, yeah. But this desk is awesome, and plus there's a lot of space for it, and I don't feel constricted at all, and I can like study because I'm doing matric, as you guys know, and being a music producer slash artist slash whatever you want to call it. This is my mic that I use. It's I don't know. I bought it at like, I mean, if you're from South Africa, sorry, you know Cash Crusaders. Yeah, it works. It does the job. Cash Crusaders is basically like a dollar store or a, I want to say thrift store. You know, basically where like this mic was brand new, but like how do I put this? It's not like it'll be like items that are like they don't meet the certain criteria that I don't know certain other stores have. So like quality standards and stuff like that. So basically, if you want to get cheap, good electronic items that you're willing to take the risk with, then you basically just go with that. And this is just like it's not fancy at all, but it does the job. Like it'll like it's literally recording input as I'm speaking right now. Um, I don't even know if this is gonna work, to be honest, because like I'm gonna be honest, uh, I don't know what MKZ is, so who knows? But basically, us wanted to start doing this for multiple occasions for me, um, so that I can come back and actually check out these videos when I'm like 30 years old and see how much my life has changed and how much I've improved, or where I can improve, and just stuff that was going on in my life that I can reminisce of, because nostalgia is a thing that is fading. Uh, you know, if that's something I can say, I guess. Like, I don't have that much nostalgia anymore. Yeah. So, encoding present, whatever. But the point of today's video is, you know, I want to talk a little bit about like life at the moment where I am, and start a conversation in the comment section, hopefully. So yeah, I actually did a video last week. No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. No, yes, Sunday was yesterday. Yeah. No, then I did it on Friday. Sorry, I've been really, really, really bad with all this stuff because with writing matric, you don't really know what day it is, and that's just something that happens. Sorry about that, but it's been quite a challenging past few weeks. It's definitely been fun, but it's definitely been. I don't know why I'm saying definitely so many times, but what I'm trying to say is I've been going through a lot at the moment, and see, I've been doing this whole thing with self improvement and getting myself to, actually, I don't know how to say this, like, be a better person, for my friends and for my family, and so that people can actually look up to me. Um, that's been one of my dreams since I was like 4 years old, and I'm only coming to the realization that yeah, if I want people to look up to me, I need to actually do something about it. And yeah, so I really don't know, like, why I'm doing these. I guess I'm just doing it for the fun of it. I guess I'm just doing it because it gives me something to do instead of, sitting on Clash of Clans or Clash Royale all day, or playing Skyrim or watching Netflix or doing something stupid. I feel like this could be beneficial for something, and possibly, I mean, I'm getting into that zone where people will start to be looking around at social media for me so that they can find out if I'm a good hire or not. So obviously I won't go into depth because I need to keep it like a almost like an open image. I don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to corrupt myself or my image because first impressions last a long time. If there's anything I've heard, it's that first impressions last a long time. And you know, being me, you know, being Ryan Katzke, the rock star, because that's who I am. That's who I see myself as. Um, like, I don't know. Rock stars tend to do things that are like like I'm talking about the sex, drugs, and rock and roll rock stars. That's not me, because I did drugs and it took me nowhere in life. I quit out of force. I didn't actually make the choice, but I knew it was the right decision to listen to the people around me, to get some input from other people to say like, hey, what the flip, you're stuffing up here. You know that, right? And I didn't see it. And it's actually funny because like I still have all those videos and everything from the time when I was active, and yeah, I don't know. It's just it's something I know that I want to look at later on in life. It's not to post on social media or do anything with it. It's just for me, because like I'm not gonna upload a video of me taking this huge rip out of a bong, just for people's satisfaction. I don't feel like that is creating a good self-image of myself, because I'm not that person anymore. You know, um, and sure, there's been a lot of people who have been active for way longer than I have ever touched. But to be honest, I don't really care. Cool, you were active for 6 months. That's awesome. Like, really give yourself a pat on the back. You did drugs consistently for 6 months. That's great. I did it for a month. It broke me. Okay, and I didn't even do a hard drug. Like, it's legal now. It's marijuana. And I'm not gonna lie. It was very difficult for like 8 to 10 days because of body withdrawals. People say you don't withdraw from weed, but you do. You do, and it sucks. You have, like, with my experience, I had vomiting and um, you know, gastritis for days on end, and it sucked, but it could have been a lot of things because, like, I wasn't taking my medicine that I'm supposed to, and I wasn't eating well, I wasn't sleeping well, I wasn't eating nutritious food when I did eat. Like, it was full of fat and it was junk food. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was junk food. I still remember my last meal before I came home, which was slap chips and bread. And if you don't know what slap chips are, they're basically deep fried potato chips for other viewers who are not in South Africa, who don't understand the lingo. Hey, oh, oh, I don't know, this is fun. But, like, I just remember like how it tasted in the moment, and then how it feels. Like, I can't even look at a dish of slab chips anymore, or deep fried potato chips, and I don't want to eat them. Like, yeah, I can eat KFC and McDonald's chips, but like I can't eat those Pick and Pay chips again, which is Pick and Pay is basically like our Walmart or our biggest convenience store. It probably isn't the biggest, but it's one of the biggest in South Africa, you know. And yeah, no, it's just I can't eat those. Like I see oaks at the school, they're like, oh yeah, slap chips, gonna get myself some, and it's gonna be amazing. Gonna get drunk, gonna do this drug, gonna do that one, you know. I don't really associate myself with those people anymore because, you know, it really sucks to be that guy where you think you're the life of the party and it turns out you're just the fool that everyone's laughing at. And that was me, you know, or the fool that everyone's looking down at, you know. And I don't know, it's just it felt really bad to know that people wanted to see me fail. You know, I didn't have a lot of support when I was, you know, living somewhere else and I wasn't home. And I mean, I lived all over Gauteng. I lived in Randburg for a while. I call it all over, but it's not really like all over, but like, see, I live over here, right? And over here is where my school is, right? And it's an hour's long drive, depending on the traffic. And in South Africa, if there's one thing you can bank on, it's taxis and traffic and road accidents and police. Always on the road, you know? And they slow down the traffic and taxis especially. Like you won't see them as much on the highway, but when you're driving on the highway and you just get off, it's this different feeling because like driving in South Africa is a scary thing because whether you know the rules of the road or not, we have such a corrupt system in our country that anyone can literally just buy their license for like 2,000 bucks. Like there's literally stories. I'm not pulling this out of anywhere. There's literal stories of people where like my one of my friends, I don't know how to put it, but basically a family member of my friend went to go and do their license, right? And got in the car and the instructor sat next to them in the passenger seat and then said, "Do you have anything for me?" And she said, "No, I don't think so. I don't think I have anything I should give you." And then he's like, "Nah, all right, you fail." He was asking for a bribe, and that's 2 grand. Now, the rand is pretty weak. Don't get me wrong. Like 2 grand is less than $300. That's how I understand it. 5 grand is about $300 thereabouts, but now it's more because 18 rand to $1. It's crazy. But like the point is, like 2 grand is not something that you just carry around with you. You know, like honestly, if you have cash on you, depending on what you're doing, a lot of people are sketchy in South Africa, and you know they do sketchy things, so they'll be carrying like 10,000s of rands and whatever, and it's a couple notes. You know, we still have like okay note system. We're not like other countries where they have like 3 billion rupees, for instance. I'm not calling any names or dissing anything because we all have problems, and if that's how they cope, then cool. But if you know, I can't cope like this. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. And I don't know. There's a lot of people who can relate and disagree to me and say, "Nah, but you should be grateful about the things that you have," and I am grateful. Don't get me wrong. If you're typing a comment in there right now, I'm grateful that you're commenting. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's the most action I'm getting. You know, like people just don't like to see um people just don't like to comment on my stuff, and I always feel like people are giving me this wrong opinion of me. I don't know, that could just be my anxiety, but you know. And I don't really care about like, see, the thing is, it's everything that I feel like I say is like hypocritical because you know I say like I don't care about what people think, but then you know, I'm told by other people that, nah, but people's opinions matter, especially of you, you know, and I believe that to a point, and I also don't believe it to a point because why should I care about if someone is saying it behind my back, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've had that done to me. It doesn't feel great, but what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go up to them and beat the living daylights out of them? No, I'm not, because I mean, firstly, I'm not that type of guy, and secondly, probably the people that are talking about me are girls, because yeah, all my guy friends like understand who I am and that sort of thing. But like, I recently just had someone who really hurt me, um, and then today, like, I wrote an exam, and right before the exam, she like walks by, whatever, and she's there, and she's like Katska, which is my surname, by the way. Don't know why I explained that, but you get the drift. Whatever. So she's like Katska, like, I'm not gonna mention her name because I don't want to give her that free publicity. No, not gonna do that, because there is a chance, a very slight chance, that this video blows up. I want to believe that it does, but also, I don't want to bank on it, because this isn't for fame. This is for me later on in life, to know what I was going through, and I've always kind of done this, but putting it on YouTube instead of keeping it on my phone is much better, because then anyone can watch it, and even if I do end up famous one day on a stage, people can share these things and be like, whoa man, that was Ryan in a trick, like, yo, looked so much different, he was really good guy, I just didn't see it that way, or whatever they say, I don't know. But yeah, no, she's calling me, and then her friend like stands next to me and says, like, she says nothing, right? And she's like like in her body language she's saying like, what the hell, like, you're ignoring us. And I'm like, nah, I'm listening to this guy, because honestly, I'd rather hear about my best friend, clapping cheeks for the first time in his life, in his whole entire life. And this guy's like, nah, I'm waiting till marriage. Nah, not gonna do that stuff, nah. And then he does it. Like, it's, it's funny. And they're like, nah, like, what's your deal? And I'm like, no, I wanna listen to this guy. It's more interesting than you, is basically what I was saying. I didn't say that, but like, I didn't mean this to happen, but my mouth started jittering on the side, like it was vibrating. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't want to show my weakness. And normally I don't. But me being anxious, and especially on this day, it's the start of the end. It's the start to the end of my matric career. My whole school career is gone after this, basically. And that's scary. Like, I have my dreams, I have my goals, I have my ambitions, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, if there's one thing I could have right now, just to, like, anything, it'd be a salary in my bank every month. Like, even if I don't like, even if I don't particularly like what I'm doing, I can always switch it up. Like, I don't have to be scared of whatever, because I've got a lot of opportunities, and fear is like the exact opposite of an opportunity, because you're scared to take the jump, but you also want, like, if you're not willing to take the risk, then why even think about it, like, I don't understand, you know and I see a lot of people nowadays, in my school, in my life, all that stuff, just floating by and getting 60s and getting, like, I don't know, 30s for English, and that was me, and there's nothing I can say to help them, because, I mean, what would I say, you know like, if I'm being completely honest, what would I say to them? Like, hey man, I've been there, but, like, you can't be getting 60s for English, bro. You got to be getting them 80s, because they're okay with their 60s and their 30s and their 40s and their 50s, but basically, if I put it in other terms, they're getting Fs, for English, and they're getting like B's and C's and, you know, and D's, but they're not getting the B's and the A's, You need those. Because a lot of us want to go into college, not me. I want to earn a living. Like, sorry. But, my dreams for next year are like moving out. I want to find a place to rent. I want to buy my car. My dream car is a Ford Fiesta. Let me just throw that out there. And yeah, I want to start my own life. Not to do things behind closed doors, but like, I want something I can call my own, Because if you think about it, if you're still, I don't know, 18 and under, or if you still live at your mom's, how much, or your dad's house, or basically whoever you grew up with, take a look around your room, right? Take a look, right? You may not hear me well, but I'm a shout. But like, you know, a lot of people like to say it's my stuff, But is it truly your stuff? Like, think about it for a second. Did you actually work for the money and pay for it? Like, I can tell you right now, this shirt that I'm wearing, this Marvel shirt that I love of Spider-Man, I didn't pay for it. Therefore, it's not mine. I wear it, sure. It's in my possession, sure. But it's not mine. I don't have the receipt, I may have bought this myself, but this is a vape. Like $200 later, and it's like, whoa, man, That's like $20, My phone, Samsung A31. I can tell you right now, I didn't buy it. My dad bought it. Therefore, it's technically his phone, but I still have it because he bought it for me. That doesn't necessarily make it mine. Like my mom said, if you want to run away, which I did, you're running away with nothing because nothing is yours. And I agreed with that. I still do, But she was gracious enough to let me keep the clothes on my back and school clothes and stuff like that. Otherwise, where would I go, Man, I mean, it's a funny thing because I wish I could just go back to March this year and never run away. But it's done now, and there's nothing I can do, Like, I'm not gonna lie, I could have watched so much Netflix when I was here. I mean, when I was living with my dad in Randburg, I could have watched so much Netflix goodness, Or Disney Plus, which is now what we have, and it's awesome. Or, I would have still had my Xbox One, which was stolen from me, my guitar, which was stolen from me, All these things that didn't get stolen from me, like my phone, nearly did. It's a story for another day when I'm ready to say it. But, I lost my SIM card, which was my number, and I memorized my number, and now I don't know it. And I had to memorize another number. But, you know what? It's cool. It's cool. Because it's in the past, I can't do anything about it now. Because there's no point in getting upset about it if it's not going to come back, Like, I'm going to be honest, I think when I earn enough money again, I'm definitely gonna buy myself my own guitar, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to ask someone for a guitar again because my stepdad and my mom bought it for me, and what did I do? I didn't look after it. I got it stolen, but I did look after it. Don't get me wrong. I treated that thing like it was my kid, but there was this whole situation that happened and eventually just got stolen, and it sucked because I could do nothing about it. And my Xbox, to be honest, I forgot I even had one. So that getting stolen, I just trusted the. See, the thing is, where I was staying, and then we moved. Well, we stayed at this one place, right? And then we moved, and when we moved, we didn't go there for a whole month to get our stuff. Like we just didn't. And literally that weekend, that week that we went, on that prior weekend, they literally just opened the door to the place where we were living, and they were like taking stuff to say that we didn't steal anything, even though they did. Like, how dumb can you be, And obviously this one guy and this other guy had ideas, and they're like, nah, bro, let's take his guitar and his Xbox and pawn them off. So they did, and it was hurtful because they were my friends, and they were like, nah, we just needed money, bro. Like, I understand if you sell my stuff to get drugs, because then you're doing a good thing for yourself, you know? You're getting high, you're enjoying life, or you're feeding addiction, like whatever. I don't care. I don't care what you do behind closed doors, is all I'm saying. But just to have money in your wallet is terrible. Like they just sold my stuff for the actual value of the money, and they got like the least amount of money they could for my stuff. Like that guitar was 3 grand, close to six actually. 3 grand on a sale, you know, because I did look up my guitar and I saw the price and I was like, whoa, it's an expensive guitar, you know. An Xbox nowadays brand new, which was basically my Xbox condition. Like it was basically brand new. Like it was like 3 years old, but like there were like no scratches on it. It was dirty, don't get me wrong, but it was in good condition. And guy got 1 grand for that as well. They ended up getting like, I think, I mean the dad phoned us. The dad of one of the guys said like, nah, you know, let me pay you what they got for both items, and then we call it even Steven. And I was like, no, like, how am I supposed to get like 11 grand worth of stuff back, right? Or 12 grand even, you know, and with like 2,800 rand. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to say that those items don't match up in monetary value, you know? And like it was crazy. And if those two guys are watching this video, I just want to say like, good on you guys. You stole my stuff, but like you know, if I see you on the street one day, it's fine, it's cool. I'm gonna be nice, but I'm gonna cut you out because like, you know, I'm gonna shout at you because like, why don't you buy drugs, man? Like, or do something, you know, rather than just having money in your wallet. That was the only reason you wanted to sell things. Like, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, I can't even believe it myself. So, anyway, I should probably study now. I've got another exam in 2 days, Afrikaans. So, if I study now, it'll be better than me not studying. You know, and I've been at home for 2 hours just chilling. So, may as well. So anyway, if you liked the video, please like it down below. If you dislike the video, leave a comment down below and tell me what I should improve. That's the only way I can get better, is if you criticize me. Like, please, I'm asking for it. Like, actually criticize me. You know, like this video is 30 minutes long. If you say like, nah, it was too long, you know, I had to play it at double speed and then still wasted 15 minutes of my life, cool. I'll just keep the videos shorter and I'll plan them next time, you know, because this video isn't planned. Like, I don't have anything. Literally both hands here, no books, no nothing. I'll even stand up. Nothing. Nothing. Didn't plan this at all, don't have anything on my screen. I just keep on looking at the mic thing that keeps on jumping because it's cool, you know. Yeah, so I'm gonna end this video. If you want to see more of this content, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, like blow this video up if you can, and check out my music down below. I'm a musician. I produce my own music. I write it myself. I write the lyrics. I don't do drums because I'm not a drummer. People like to diss drummers, but yeah, I can't do that stuff. I have enough stress as it is. So my next few tracks don't have drums, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?